Welcome to Vet Talk. Well, we've made it to 2026. Happy New Year. I hope this can be a productive and beneficial year for everyone, and I hope we have friends everywhere that will work to give us all health and freedom for both you and your animals. My staff and I will be working to make sure your animals are well cared for. For podcast listeners, we made a few big changes in 2025. We have transitioned to YouTube, and I won't be posting as many episodes this year as I am working on another project about my Civil War reenacting. Check that out, links are below, if you are interested in a little historical journey in modern times. For clients, I wanted to give an update about the clinic and some changes we are making. 2025 was not an easy year for clients. I have heard it and seen it. For perspective, I have been very blessed with 9 to 25% growth of my clinic every year since I began operation in 2010. 2025 broke that streak. 2025 was the first year that my clinic did not have growth. Well, 1% growth, and I count myself lucky for that. I know other clinics that had negative growth. At first I was nervous, but when I looked around, everyone is having problems. We have had more clients calling with no funds and more clients with less funds. I know the current economy has stressed you and has affected how you care for your animals. According to VetWatch.com, all the clinics in my region only grew an average of 0.5% and nationally 2.1%. My clinic's 1% is respectable with my peers, but remember, that is an average. I know other clinics saw a drop last year. But for me, this shows when we break a 14-year trend that something is wrong overall. It's not just individual businesses. Something changed in 2025, and we are all feeling the effects. At my clinic, we have strived to keep our cost reasonable amid the chaos of 2025. As much as we try to do this, realistically, we can't. The tariff wars are so unpredictable that we cannot plan for price fluctuations. Many products we purchase have been stable, but products that are affected often require price considerations for the entire clinic. When basics like gauze and syringes, needles, stuff we use all the time, when those basics go up, it affects everything we do. Corporations have not been helpful in planning. At face value, corporations say they aren't raising prices, but then hit us with fees. And according to the big corporations, those fees aren't a price increase, just an additional fee. Why would we call that a price raise? The product costs the same, we just had to add this fee to you. I think they think we're stupid. This makes it hard for us because we can't trust our vendors at face value and have to investigate every claim that prices aren't being raised. To demonstrate another point where big corporations are hitting us, I will use the example that the labs we use for our blood work have been a challenge. At first it appeared their prices were staying consistent with the expected end-of-year raises. That was nice, but when we looked closer, they were removing components of test. For example, if in 2025 we ran a test that included parts A, B, and C for X dollars, in 2026 the combo test price is not going up more than expected. Okay, cool. But when I look closer, the price isn't going up more than expected, but they are only giving us part A and B of the combo and dropping part C, yet charging us the same as they did for getting part A, B, and C in 2025. For us to give you the same care as before, my prices have to go up, or I have to not give you as much information for your sick animals. Separately from big corporations, the government has increased what I call taxes. In reality, permits. In 2025, the state government has added more permits veterinarians have to have, which of course cost money. These costs to run a business are then passed on to you, the consumer. In the near future, we could see a large price increase due to Trump's regulations involving the federal government's goal to combat the drug problem. Forces are pushing for drugs such as large animal sedatives like xylazine to be updated to a controlled drug. As of yet, I don't think xylazine will be labeled a weapon of mass destruction. Xylazine becoming controlled would increase administrative burden on us, as controlled drugs have to be handled differently, and increase the cost of any procedure using that sedative, as the price on the drug would go up itself. The Trump administration also wants vets to be part of a reporting system that human medicine uses called CASPR. While this shouldn't be a burden and could be helpful, vets are opposed to this because the human system that vets would be required to use does not take into account all the types of animals that veterinarians see. This reporting system without modification would take more time for vets to complete, potentially making wait times to see your vet longer. Veterinarians are pushing back, as the drug problem has decreased with regulations already in place. And we don't see how putting more restrictions on veterinarians will affect the drug problem, as historically vets are not an area of significant diversion. But alas, those in the Trump administration tend to disagree. This will likely affect prices for small and large animals. I have pondered hiring another vet for a few years, but vet affordability in a rural area is not realistic in today's market. The average veterinary student debt ranges from $174,000 to $212,000. And these new vets require jobs that can afford to pay off those debts. In order to pay off student loan debt, vets are coming out and asking for more money than I can make or generate in my rural area. This problem will only escalate as young vet students are now worried because the big beautiful bill has capped the amount of money for school that students can borrow federally. The cap is below what it costs to attend vet school. This will likely decrease the number of students from rural areas attending vet school and decrease the amount of students returning to rural areas, as most students return to the area they hail from. And this will hinder potential vets from rural, more poor areas from entering the profession. I talk with clients who work multiple jobs to make ends meet. Some have lost their jobs due to Doge cuts, some have lost their health insurance, and many have seen tax changes which haven't benefited them. Things are rough right now and everyone is stressed. Realize we are right here with you. All this, and then take into account everything I've talked about before this, and you come to the vet clinic and you get a disproportionately higher bill than you have previously received. It's rough right now, and our temptation is to cut corners wherever we can. And I'm not here not to tell you to cut corners with your pets. As a vet, I should, but if you're trying to put food on your table, put food on your table. What I can tell you as a vet is I try to prevent problems for you. I have seen pushback on veterinary preventatives such as vaccinations and heartworm, flea, and tick medications. We feel like we see this for two reasons. First, economically, everyone is trying to cut back. We know this as we saw more pets this year than last year, but did not increase vaccinations. We're seeing more sick animals. Sick animals often result in higher bills. Prevention is the key. To help with that, we have started carrying a new product called Credelio Quattro, which covers heartworms, fleas, ticks, and some intestinal parasites in dogs. While I can tout the medical reasons I like it, so far clients have said they like that it is generally less expensive than other products, and they get more coverage. Other reasons besides economics are more diverse as to why people are not vaccinating their animals. Please remember, if you are getting your medical information from an organization or people that say Tylenol causes autism, do not trust that organization. Vaccines do not cause autism, and vaccines do not cause autism in your pets. There are side effects to all our medications, and not every person or animal reacts as they are supposed to medications or vaccinations. But we are recommending products to you to safeguard your animals. That being said, I recognize many of our products are FDA approved, and we use that approval in making decisions on which products to use. I practice what I preach, and when drug companies come in with FDA approved drugs, I will be asking the companies to present other evidence, since I cannot trust the FDA at this point in time for any new drug put out, since the FDA has taken such unscientific stances. We are trying to prevent disease that can cause drastic effects on your animals, including death. Here's a graph of the disease we have seen. A few notes. Please know the flea number is low. We are really bad about marking in the computer when we see fleas because it's so common. With this graph, the blue bars are red at the left and show the cases we see. The line graphs are red at the right and show the percent cases we see versus the percent of cases in the state. Importantly, we see about a case of parvo a week. Parvo is a virus that hits rapidly dividing cells in dogs, affecting the GI tract and immune system. It can kill your dog. With treatment, I give dogs a 50-50 shot of survival, unless they have a vaccine. Because unfortunately, I have found a lot of breakthrough parvo cases in vaccinated animals. Is that the vaccine not working? No. It means the disease would have been much worse without the vaccine. We lose animals to parvo that aren't vaccinated. And knock on every piece of wood you see so far, but I have not lost one vaccinated parvo animal to parvo. Vaccinated animals I may treat the same, but so far have had a mild inconvenience of a disease versus a dog potentially dying. Stay up to date on your parvo vaccines. I have also seen a lot of tick-borne disease. According to the CAPCvet.org, 1 in 20, or 5% of dogs test positive for Lyme in Kentucky. At my clinic, of those dogs tested, we are at 18%, so much higher than is reported in the state. We also estimate what we're seeing represents less than 30% of the activity in the region. TickCheck.com estimates 3,910 cases of Lyme in Kentucky from 2000 to 2020. These numbers are going up. If you can prevent these diseases or have the backing of guarantees provided by the veterinary company, if they get the diseases, you could save yourself a lot of money. Parvo cases can range from $400 to $1,000 at my clinic. If you have a guarantee by getting a parvo vaccine from your veterinarian, it may only cost you the $20 of prevention. I know that's a hard pill to swallow when you're trying to figure out how to make the bank account last for the month or week, but that's my advice. That's how I can help you, and that's what you come to me for, that advice. Some changes at the clinic I think people will like is we have decided to open up farm calls again. Instead of having animal number limits, we just have 2 farm call prices. A reduced price for greater than 5 animals and a price for less than 5 animals. We are also opening back up our cattle services. We will now accept new cattle clients and not just active clients. We ask you to haul in your baby calves if they need work done, but can schedule farm calls for adult animals. Remember, you have to be able to catch and control your animal for us to do work on. Having a functional head gate is a must for cattle. Horses, we recommend hauling in for price and timing considerations, but can certainly schedule farm calls as well. Please remember, if you need a farm call, those tend to book out further, and emergencies the day of may need to be hauled in. Please plan on being able to haul your horse for emergencies such as colic or lacerations. We are trying to update our list of horse haulers. If you are interested in hauling horses to the clinic, reach out and we can put you on a list to give your number to clients to call. Check out my episode on trailers for information about the benefits of farm calls and having a horse trailer. Lastly, we have had many complaints about corporate vet medicine. This is seen nationally across the country. And I have to admit, as some of you may have heard in the rooms, I have my own frustrations with corporate medicine. As a small practice, we can't do everything, but we understand that the price of corporate and the non-individual treatment they are giving has been very frustrating to people. While we have done it some before, we are working on developing a network of non-corporate owned clinics, or at least small corporate owned clinics, to refer you to if we cannot complete services for you. I'd like to keep it local for you if we are able to. To close, first I want to thank my staff. They are wonderful, always working to be better and provide the best care possible. I couldn't do this without them, and they do a wonderful job at keeping your animal healthy. The clinic grows because of their hard work and ideas. Never be afraid to thank them, and never forget they are local and are paid by you. This year, we are looking forward to training for sharpening the skills of our staff and updating protocols based off another year's experience to provide even better care for your pets. Second, to the clients, thank you. I know the clinic doesn't always react how you imagine it should, but it is always trying to become better and react in the ways that will benefit you and your neighbors positively. Thanks for sticking with us on this journey, and let's see where we go in 2026. I'm Dr. Nathan. Thanks for listening. I hope our discussions are valuable to you and aid in giving you perspective. If you want to contact us, please reach out to theveterinarianpodcast@gmail.com. Please subscribe to and like our YouTube channel and share with others. For more information, please join the Patreon at patreon.com/theveterinarianpodcast. Membership is free, and you can decide what other information you may want to purchase to support our work. Thanks for listening, and I hope this perspective can help us improve the world.